days until NFL kickoff. Um, some games of the year I have, written down for you.
Mhm.
Let me know which one of these games, who you got in these games, and where would you rank these games in order from most exciting and best potential. Um, Let me start off with the first one that I thought of: Bengals versus Bills, Week 14.
Yeah, that should be fire. Where is it? Where is it at?
That's in Buffalo in December.
Oh yeah, I'm taking Buffalo.
Okay. Yeah, I like Buffalo in that game too. Defensively, they're good. It's gonna be a shootout though, for sure.
Mhm.
I think that's gonna be a great matchup. Two great quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, usually in matchups like this, he ups it up a notch.
Oh yeah, he does.
And then T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, those two weapons against the Bills secondary. That's kind of got a little worse. They lost some additions. Razul Douglas was a huge loss. Damar Hamlin.
Hey, in my opinion, he's underrated, bro. Like he's not a cover guy, but he is a good tackler.
I think he's underrated too, and motherfuckers love the clown, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think Buffalo. I think they would come out on top in that game, but I think that would be game of the year type of
Mhm.
potential. Um, Packers versus Steelers, Week 8. I think this is at Lambeau.
Packers Steelers week 8. I know we had done this going through Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. We went through their whole schedule.
No, this is in Pittsburgh.
Okay. I don't remember who I had winning this game, but I think that the Steelers will win. I
Okay,
think the Steelers are a very underrated team. And if you really think about it, the last quarterbacks that they've had, the Trubisky's, the Justin Fields, the Russell Wilsons, the Mason Rudolphs, they've made it to the playoffs with all those guys. They were still a
right.
winning team with all those guys. And now with
What's
the
the
addition of Aaron Rodgers and their secondary is ridiculous. It's not at the tier of the Baltimore Ravens, but their secondary is really good and they don't get a lot of they haven't gotten the recognition yet that they
I know. I've seen them not even in the top 10 for secondaries for PFF. So,
right,
yeah,
exactly. They just paid TJ Watt, so I think that the Steelers will definitely win that game. And they'll be a lot better than what people think that they will be.
right. I think they'll be fighting to get in the playoffs once again. I just think the AFC is just going to be so tough this year once again.
Yeah.
So we'll see where they. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they go 11-6, uh, 10-7, 9-8, one of those three.
Right.
Uh, I got the Steelers in that game too. I think this is gonna be, what is it? The mentor versus the mentee, Jordan
Yeah.
Love versus Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers is gonna, be a pumpkin this season, the games he's gonna be good against the Bears and against the
The
Packers. So
Packers, yeah.
I can guarantee I'll fuck around and put in a parlay right now that Rodgers cooks against the
Yeah.
Packers
I
in
just wish that
Pittsburgh
game
too.
was in Lambeau though.
I know it would have a lot more aura. It would be probably
Yeah.
higher on my list. So I got the Steelers winning that game. We both have the Steelers winning that game. Bears versus Commanders, Week 6. I think this is at Washington.
You know my answer. I'm going with the Commanders on this one.
You think they always just gonna have our number after that game? That
Yeah,
the Hail
no,
Mary.
not even just this past year. I remember, I think the year prior, it may have been like a Thursday night game, and
That
you
game
asked me,
was ass.
and I, and I remember you asked me who I had, and I was like, the Commanders, or maybe they were the football team at the time. I was like, man, they just always seem to beat the Bears,
Yeah, but
and
that game Justin went off though was nice though. Remember DJ Moore had like
yeah,
200 yards in the first half or
he
some
went
shit. That
crazy.
was That was a nice game. But the year prior to that, it was 6-6 or something. It was like one of the worst Thursday night football games ever.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, I think this is gonna be a classic. Every time Daniels and Caleb Williams meet up, it's gonna have a lot of more meaning to it. Hopefully it's like Cade Cunningham versus Jalen Green. That matchup we see every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Just they hopefully they play more into it. But this is
Right.
just this game means a lot more. Getting a victory against this team, kind of taking the bad taste out of your mouth from last year. Tyreek Stevenson better have a good game this game too.
Oh, yeah. Oh man.
He looks like he's putting together a good off season. I've seen some training camp, some videos and stuff of him working out and stuff. So hopefully he bounces back this year. But this is a huge statement game for the Bears. Caleb Williams, I think he has one of his best performances in this one, and I see the Bears beating Washington. You have Washington. Either way, it's going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
I hope there's more scoring and hope there's more like better offensive production than the last game because it was kind of a stalemate. You know.
Yeah, it was. Like you alluded to earlier, I think the Commanders need to sign Terry McLaurin because if they don't, who knows what the offense will look like because this is just gonna the more days go on that you don't sign him, the more it will affect Jaden Daniels and the rest of the offense come
Oh yeah,
season.
100%. And the team too, they had a great culture last year. You ruined
Yeah.
that by not bringing back Scary Terry. So
Hmm.
they need to figure that out. I thought they've been doing a great job until this point. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle this situation. And
Yeah.
that's Jaden Daniels' go-to guy now. Like it seems like they have a good
Exactly.
relationship too. So uh, it makes no sense waiting this shit out.
Let's
Um,
not forget they do have Debo Samuel now.
oh yeah,
They
Devo's
do
gonna
have
be nice
Debo.
too. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna have a good year this year. Um, week 2, Eagles versus Chiefs. I think this is gonna be a
Mm,
banger.
yeah.
Hopefully the Eagles clap them again.
Do we know where this game is?
No. Let me check right now.
Because the Chief, if I'm not mistaken, the Chiefs were undefeated at home last season.
It's at Philly.
It's at
No, it's
Philly.
at Kansas City. It's at Kansas City. My fault.
Well, it's hard to bet against Mahomes in general, and it's hard to bet against the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
If the Eagles are gonna beat them again, though, I don't know. I think the Chiefs could get a little redemption if they meet them in the Super Bowl again. I think
Mhm.
I would bet more money that the Eagles beat the Chiefs in the regular season
Yeah,
than the
'cause
Super Bowl again.
I can see that just because I feel like when a team is in the midst of their dynasty, I feel like regular season games just mean less to them as
Yeah.
the years go on. So I can definitely see the Eagles taking that one.
Rasheed Rice got his ass suspended again too. You see, well, he
Yeah,
got his ass suspended first 6 games. So I think the Chiefs could struggle a little bit early in the season. Justin Simmons or Josh Simmons is their new
yeah,
left
Johnson.
tackle.
Yep.
Losing Joe Tooney, that offensive line, it might struggle a little bit in the first couple weeks. And the Eagles is a bad team to struggle against at the
It
offensive
is.
line.
It is.
You saw it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I will say though, I think that once they get Rasheed Rice back, their offense will be as explosive as we've seen it in a while.
Oh yeah, I think more explosive than Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, to be honest, because they have
Yeah.
all the weapons. Worthy, Hollywood Brown,
Hmm.
and they drafted too Royals. I think yeah, they'll be nice.
Yeah, exactly. Kelsey he'll just have to he doesn't have to do too much anymore, I don't think.
He doesn't. He could honestly just coast through the season, and
Yeah,
then just
exactly.
playoff time, just show up.
Yep.
Uh I got the Eagles in this game simply because of that factor of them just having to, get this offense line to be as a unit, get better. So I mean, Detroit beat them week 1, the last season or yeah, last season.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, or it might have been 2 years ago, but Detroit beat them week 1 early. The Chiefs have kind of shown to struggle week 1, week 2. So give me the Eagles in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I'll take the Eagles as well.
Last game I have for Game of the Year nominee. Bears versus Steelers Week 12. Aaron Rodgers going to Chicago Soldier Field. Who you got in this? I ain't even gotta ask you, bro. I know who you got.
Yeah, I think this goes back to when we were predicting the Steelers record. I think I had the Steelers taking that game, so I'm sticking with that for
Okay.
now.
Will it be a good game though?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think Caleb Williams is gonna feed more into that than Justin Fields did. Not that like Justin Fields is more of a humble, quiet guy, but I think Caleb Williams more will play the game more with a little more like you'll see the passion off of his
Yeah, for
like
sure.
he'll recognize how big and important of a game it is. We got to beat Aaron Rodgers his last. This is the last opportunity to beat
Yeah,
him.
that'd be
He's
bad if you
gonna
guys didn't.
he's gonna troll us He's gonna
Oh
ride
yeah,
off to the sunset trolling us. So no, we gotta beat his ass, man. It's gotta be. I want the Bears. You know, you don't root for injury, but let's take his collarbone again, huh?
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Hopefully, Montez Sweat, this defense plays a little more with the sense of urgency. Dennis Allen, we blitzing his ass, running engage 8 the whole game. Let's just make him feel us. So,
Pause.
yeah, I want it to be a blowout. I'm gonna try to get into this game one way or another because this might
That
be
would
one
be a
of
good
the
game to go to.
this might be one of the better ones to have on the schedule. But
Mhm.
you know how the Bears prices be. This shit gonna be $500 for some nosebleeds.
Yeah, exactly.
But I got the Bears in this one. You got the Steelers. Uh, Out of these though, how would you rank these games? As in like most exciting, most potential, like game of the year.
That's tough. I feel like a lot of them would be ranked higher for me, depending on where they were played. Like,
Uh huh.
for example, the Aaron Rodgers pack. If he was able to play at Lambeau, that would be definitely one or two for me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna say Eagles Chiefs one,
Okay.
Bengals Bills two, um, and then I'm gonna go Steelers Packers three, Bears Steelers four.
Okay. I would say yeah, Bears Commanders. That's high on my list. I think it's top three. I'd probably put it three. I'd
Okay,
put Bengals Bills. I think I'll put that at four. Um, Eagles Chiefs. I'll throw that at five. Bears versus Steelers week 12. That's number one for me. And Steelers versus Packers. That's probably three. And I'll put Bears Commanders two. That's how I would rank that.
okay, yeah,
Um.
I would put Bears Commanders five for my list.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Respectable. The good thing about this year is there's so many great games, a lot of game of the year type of games. But I also think the most important like times for football, Christmas, Thanksgiving, like the games we look forward to, the games we're off of work, we're able to watch and sit down and do
yeah,
whatever with our fam. Uh, I think this is like one of the best slates I've seen for holiday football in my entire life.
yeah, probably ever.
Thanksgiving, there's always a game that's cheeks to start the day, and then
Yeah.
the game right in the middle is hit or miss,
Hmm.
and then the game at the end of the night is usually the better game. But you're already probably cooked from Thanksgiving, so you're already probably sleeping. You know what I
That's
mean?
honestly how the first game feels like, though. I feel like the first game is when everybody's cooking or driving to wherever you may be going to,
Right.
and that's kind of like the game, but it's usually the second game that's the game to watch.
No, for sure. This year, Cowboys versus Commanders at 12 p.m. That might be a solid game. That might be a good game. Like I might be seated. I might have the
Oh
alarm
yeah,
set
with
and
the
shit.
plate on my lap or
I
table,
never
whatever
be
you want to
eating
do.
at 12 though, bro. I be eating more
Yeah,
like 5 o'clock, 6.
right.
We just getting the groceries and shit. But I think that's a game I'll be locked in for. Lions versus Vikings will be a good game too at
Yeah.
3 p.m. I
Mhm.
think that'd be a really solid game. And then Chiefs versus Broncos 7 p.m. I believe. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay, so Thanksgiving 12 p.m. is Packers versus Lions. I think that's gonna be a good game.
Packers lines. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, that is a good game.
And then Cowboys versus Chiefs for the mid game slate. 3:25 p.m. game. I think that could be a good game, solid potential. Chiefs might blow out the Cowboys though.
Yeah.
Got they're
Yeah.
prone to getting blown out on those
Especially
kind of
since
games.
Dallas is messing with Micah, who do
Oh
you have
yeah,
to get to Patrick right now?
I don't even know. But I think the game at night is crazy. Ravens versus Bengals.
Yeah, that's fire. That's always a
That's a
good
peak
game.
game.
Burrow versus Lamar.
I don't know why
Even
they
Le-
don't bring back the rivalry games like the Steelers versus the Ravens, those kind of games on these
yeah, no.
days.
But I mean, when Lamar and Joe Burrow match up, that's always a great game. Especially last year, they both went off in that game. And I
Every
want to
time they
say,
face off.
yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I know the Ravens. won that game last year.
They won both games.
Yeah,
And
the
it
one
was
I'm talking about
dramatic
the one in
fashion, both
Cincinnati.
games too. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but the one specifically in Cincinnati, I want to say that was when Joe Burrow really put up MVP type numbers.
Oh yeah, it was. And
Yeah,
Lamar had that
yeah,
touchdown to Likely where he like threw a
yeah.
defender on the ground and shit. Yeah.
That was the same. That was the same game Joe Burrow threw that touchdown pass like centimeters from the ground.
17 touchdowns combined in both
Man,
games. It's crazy.
it
So
is.
I think they finally got Thanksgiving right. I think this is going to be a
Mhm.
great slate. I think the game I'm most excited for is Ravens Bengals and Packers Lions. Those are the two games I think will have the most um, potential to be great games. Cowboys versus Chiefs, I'm still iffy. Depends on what Cowboys I'm getting, but they might get
Yeah.
their ass blown out. And then we are eating the next day pretty well. You know, the leftovers, bring out the leftovers, put them in the microwave, heat them up. Bears versus Eagles, Black Friday.
That might be
Yeah.
another blowout. I'm
That
sorry.
doesn't move you?
Uh, Depending on which Chicago Bears show up, this
Exactly
year
like the Cowboys, yeah.
might be a good game, but it could potentially be a blowout as well.
Bro, Justin Fields was putting some work in against the Eagles that last time they faced off when we played the Eagles.
Yeah,
He was working them, bro.
he was.
And we lost that shit. But Caleb Williams, his offense is if this team is clicking, I think this is during a tough part in the schedule. I mean, we play the Bengals, we play the Ravens, then we play the Giants, and then I think we got this game. I think. Let me see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
we got Pittsburgh, uh, Eagles, Minnesota. That's a tough three stretch of games. So you're
is.
gonna have to heat it up a little. You know, you're gonna have the intensity is gonna be there for this game. So I think the Bears could show up and it be a really close game and a shootout. Hopefully,
I think to help you guys out later on in the year, you guys have to figure it out early and start off fast because the biggest question for me with the Bears going into this year is, how is Ben Johnson going to be as a head coach?
yeah, exactly.
So,
I mean, I seen some reports about training camp, first day of training camp today, and he, pulled the first string offense off the field because they were, having a bunch of penalties. They couldn't get shit going. So, hey,
yeah,
get your ass off the field.
yeah, he
I
said in
need him.
the
Yeah, yeah. I need him to be on the ass.
tour.
Everybody seems like they like that approach more than what Eberflus was doing last year.
Oh yeah, I saw Roma Dunze say talk about how he likes how Ben Johnson has been handling the team so far. So
Yeah,
I mean, I think they have potential of having a pretty decent year, but we'll see what happens when the
yeah.
first kickoff happens and
I hope you're wrong this year, finally, bro. Uh, But Christmas is a great slate too. I was hitting at this a little with the Thanksgiving preview, but Cowboys Commanders 12 p.m. Solid game. I think this will be a really good game. Lions versus Vikings 3 p.m. and Chiefs versus Broncos 7 p.m. So I think has potential to have three great games in this slate.
yeah.
Obviously the best game is going to be Chiefs versus Broncos at the end of the night because Chiefs
Mhm.
and the Broncos, those two go at it, man. Especially the
Yeah.
Broncos being good now this year.
Yeah,
Last year
they'll
they
be
made the
really good
playoffs.
this year.
They got a lot better this offseason. So I mean, yeah, which game are you most excited for in that slate?
I think I'm excited mostly for the first and the last game,
Okay.
especially the Chiefs Broncos because I think that'll have a lot of AFC West implications.
Oh yeah.
Because I think those two
For the
teams,
division, maybe, yeah.
yeah, exactly. I think those two teams will be the top of the AFC West this year, so that'll be both of those teams are definitely gonna have to come and play that
Oh
day.
yeah.
So that'll be a good game.
And then yeah, the same thing with the Cowboys Commanders. We're
Yeah.
looking at that division. There could be multiple playoff teams in that division. So
Mhm.
that could come down to a wild card spot for either of
Right.
those teams. Dak, hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully Micah Parsons, got his deal earlier on before the season starts. So that Cowboys defense, and this is a matchup between two really good offenses. That could be a shootout.
Yeah.
And then Lions Vikings is sometimes hit or miss. You never know
It
what you're getting
is.
with them.
It is. Yeah.
You never know. Brian Flores might have their number now that Ben Johnson's gone, though,
Maybe.
because
Maybe. I
Ben
I think
Johnson
that'll be
used
a
to
good
cook
game.
against.
But like you said, you never know. Especially with JJ McCarthy being the starter in Minnesota now, it's like we have to see what that's gonna look like.
Oh yeah, 100%. Um, I think yeah things might change in Detroit with that. For game one matchups, four matchups I have circled. Let me know your thoughts on these matchups. Which ones you're most excited for? Steelers versus Jets, Ravens versus Bills Sunday Night Football, Texans versus Rams, and Chargers versus Chiefs.
You said Chargers versus Chiefs?
Yes, sir.
Oof. That's a great slate of games right there.
Oh yeah.
I think the one that stands out the most though is the Sunday night game.
Oh yeah. Buffalo versus Ravens. I
Yeah,
think
that one.
this one.
Sure.
This is at the bank. This is at Baltimore.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. And Baltimore at night, usually an electrifying atmosphere,
Oh
um,
yeah, they're gonna come hungry, bro.
which means you're gonna get the best out of Lamar, and
Regular
that
season too.
defense. Yeah, gonna get the best out of Lamar for sure.
You're gonna
Um,
get MVP Lamar.
and then obviously Buffalo, Josh Allen. I feel like he's best under the lights as well. So I think that'll be a good game. But I'm also excited to see Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers both
Me
play their
too.
former teams.
This isn't
That'll
an
be
ass off, bro. This is gonna be a good game. I
yeah.
think.
Oh yeah.
I'm just excited to see Justin Fields in a new situation. I
Me
think
too.
Him and Garrett Wilson could have a big game one already in this because they already have chemistry together and stuff. So
Right.
I think that's going to be a great game to watch. And then Texans versus Rams. I think this is a good game between two contenders in their conference, in
Yeah.
their own conference. CJ Stroud, Matthew Stafford leading the charge for both of those teams. Chargers versus Chiefs. I think that's going to be a good game as well.
hmm
Uh, I think that's a Thursday night football game. I'm not sure.
Bro, I speaking of the Jets with Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson, I feel like I don't know if this is just me being an Ohio State fan, but I want Chris Olave to go over to the Jets so
I've been
bad.
wanting that too.
I want it to happen so bad.
He's been somebody that's a trade candidate, but him, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, Jeremy Ruckert,
Record, yeah, that'd be insane.
and I think they got the center that was at Ohio State as well too, or maybe Georgia. The center for the Jets now. He was with the Packers. I forget his name. Something Myers. Something Myers.
Is it Josh Myers?
Yeah, he played
Jacob
at Ohio
Myers?
State. He
Jacoby
put.
Myers?
Not,
No, not
he
Jacoby Myers. That's a receiver.
he played
Um,
at Ohio State. Let me make sure because I know Justin Fields was talking about how he went to the wrong team and shit because he went to the Packers.
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, he was Ohio State. Josh Myers.
Yep, yeah, Josh Myers, yeah. I didn't know he was with the Jets though. I thought he was still in Green Bay.
Nah, they just signed him. I don't think he's gonna start though.
Yeah, probably not. Unfortunately.
But yeah, I'm excited. The whole crew of Ohio State. I mean, it'd be nice to see them go off.
Yeah.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.